Now the S&P 500 finished the day down 0.7%, which just means that majority of the stocks yesterday also finished down on red. I mean, we cannot ignore the kind of declines we saw, of course, this whole week from most stocks. Most stocks, it looks like they were sort of like stabilizing or at least cooling off from the rally which we saw a couple of weeks ago. I mean, some of the stocks which of course on my portfolio are doing so well. We've got stocks like SoFi Technology, which obviously year to date it has went up over 80%, which is something that obviously must just show you that if you acquired a couple of SoFi Technology shares beginning of the year, you should find yourself sitting with over 80%. We've got stocks like Nvidia that have went up over 180% this year, which again, those are the stocks that obviously had you invested into Nvidia beginning of the year, you were going to be sitting with good returns. In fact, most stocks are even trading, or there are some stocks in the S&P 500 that are even trading at all-time highs. This is something that is incredible because, ladies and gents, it just means that, of course, though we saw this cooling off, stocks are still trading up towards their either 52-week high or all-time high. I mean, those SoFi Technologies this week, ladies and gents, fell sharply. I'm still up 42% onto this stock because this is a stock that my average is just over $5, meaning that as SoFi continues surging, or as SoFi continues probably recovering, or even if it drops to $7, I'll still be sitting at good gains because this is a company that I took an opportunity and grab it and make sure that I dollar cost average and make sure that I get my average purchase share price down, which of course now I'm being rewarded by that, and I hope even all the other stocks which I own can follow suit and we see a huge recovery from that. Now, ladies and gents, with all that, I personally believe, like I said, though the S&P 500 or majority of the stocks this week did not do that well, I still believe that there are companies that, though they are trading close to their 52-week highs, those companies are worth your time. Now, before I forget, that also you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now, I really appreciate you can just hit the likes button if you do enjoy the content that I'm giving you about, or if you are going to enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about a stock that I believe it's not too late for you to jump in, because this stock, not only is it doing well now, I still believe that this is the stock that, of course, me personally to take me to the promised land, because the kind of gains, the kind of returns I'm seeing onto this stock year to date, they are so massive, and they are the ones that sort of like are making my portfolio, or my US portfolio, to be stable, or to stabilize my US portfolio, which is a good thing. So I believe that this stock I'll be talking to you about and giving you the reason why I think it's still a stock that you need to still look into, even if you don't know it. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and click that notification bell, and most of all, hit that like button so that at least it boosts the algorithm of YouTube on this video. So yes, without wasting any more of your time, a stock that I want to talk to you about, that I personally think, in my personal opinion, that it is still worthwhile. It is a stock that obviously I've talked to you about, and this is a stock that is called SoFi Technologies. Now, the reason why I am picking SoFi Technologies is that regardless of the rally that we saw a couple of weeks ago, this is a stock that, of course, it is getting a lot and lots of headlines. I mean, a few months ago, this is a stock that when I did an analysis on this channel, it only had less than 10 analysts covering, of course, its price target and giving out their sentiments. But right now, there are around 17 analysts that have covered this stock. This is a stock that is currently trending at the moment, because even in news channels like the CNBC, we are seeing SoFi Technology starting to be covered quite often, which is something that obviously just has to show you that this is a company that it looks like it is starting to grab lots of people's attention. I mean, just yesterday on this very SoFi Technology stock, we saw the Kathy Woods of ARK acquiring over 230,000 shares of this SoFi Technology stock. So over 230,000 stock or shares were acquired by Kathy Woods of ARK, which is something that must just show you the bullish sentiment that tells you, because they are the professionals, or they are the big sharks. They know what they are doing, and to get to see them, of course, acquiring stocks like SoFi at these current trading levels, it should definitely tell you that, of course, this is a company that is expected expected to do very well. I mean, many people thought that, of course, at the beginning of since the beginning of the pandemic back in 2020, when the government or when the US government stopped student loan repayments, stocks like SoFi were going to, of course, suffer, which of course we ended up seeing something that was totally opposite to that, which is where we saw SoFi flourishing regardless of the student loan repayment, also regardless of what many people thought it would happen to SoFi. SoFi has, of course, diversified sort of like their company, which now makes them not to make money from student loans, but they can make money from a wide range of services which they provide into their platform, which that, ladies and gents, it is something that we need to give to SoFi Technologies, because they are doing a good job. So this is a stock, or this SoFi Technology stock, I still believe that it is expected, or it is set to do very well, which is why we're seeing big institutions like ARK buying or purchasing this company at the current level, meaning that, or which just means that they see the potential, they see the future prospects of this company, to say that it is going to indeed reward those that obviously own this company or consider probably owning this company. Now, one of the good things that, of course, it's obviously interesting investors or those that are investing into SoFi, or SoFi getting a lot of headlines recently, it's, of course, you know, the new, of course, debt ceiling deal, which, of course, President Biden, which will make the student loan resume, which that will open up, of course, the student loan repayment segment from SoFi, and they'll be able to generate some good revenues from that. They can gain, or some analysts say SoFi gaining between 100 and 200 million dollars additional, or over and above the total revenues they generate each and every quarter. This is something that is incredible. This is something that is good, and it might take them to profitability very soon. I mean, you will know that SoFi, after the Q4 earnings, one thing which they said when they were giving us the guidance for this year is that they're planning to become a profitable company by Q4 of 2023, which obviously, if we get to see that, it's lights out, ladies and gents. You don't want to see what will happen to the stock price or share price of SoFi Technologies, because a lot of people are really waiting for that. In fact, there's some of the investors or big financial institutions that still see SoFi not being able to achieve that in Q4, and of which, if they achieve that, then it's lights out for this stock, ladies and gents. If you don't participate, of course, onto this stock, you'll probably miss out on the good gains that we are yet to see in the future. And as I've said, this, no, I'm not saying do it, but these are just my opinions. I believe that when things, or when student loan repayment resumes, we are going to see, of course, SoFi generating massive revenues, which will be so good for their business, as it will mean that the business is now, or can now, grow faster than the way it was growing, which is something that obviously it is a good thing. Otherwise, as I've said, on to SoFi Technologies, ladies and gents, I'm up over 42%. I was up 42% when the market closed yesterday, which is something that obviously is a good thing, right? I mean, many people might think that, of course, I started buying SoFi probably the beginning of this year, but if you are to go back probably 2 years ago on this channel, you notice that I started talking about that company 2 years ago, meaning that I started buying it back then. And what really happened is that as I was lowering my average or dollar cost averaging, I found myself sitting with some good gains after the Q4 earnings were released, which led into me selling my entire SoFi holdings so that I get an opportunity to buy, of course, SoFi at a low share price, which of course I was lucky. We got to see SoFi heading back towards the $5, which is where I started buying SoFi Technology. Now, one thing that will make SoFi Technologies to win, ladies and gents, it is for a fact that this is a one-stop shop for all things relating to digital banking. One of the things that makes consumers to like SoFi is that they can save, borrow, invest, trade, and spend into one platform, which is something that obviously you hardly find in other traditional banks. This is the thing that, according to me, it will make SoFi to win this fast-growing, or in this fast-growing fintech industry, which is why I'm going to continue to remain bullish, long and strong onto this company. Otherwise, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.